What's going on, everyone? So today I'm going to be showing you how to do rear brakes on a 2005 Audi A4. Because these pads were so stuck, I had to use a file to remove the rust and buildup on the contact surface here. I had to press on this bottom pin to remove it. If you have one that's completely stuck, you might be able to use a torch to heat the caliper carrier to loosen the pin. Otherwise, you'll need to buy a new carrier, but some places don't sell that separately. You would need to buy the whole caliper assembly. This is a tool that's used to compress the rear calipers. It presses and twists the caliper cylinder at the same time. You can rent them from a place like AutoZone. And this is that bottom pin. I cleaned it up on a wire wheel. You want to make sure you clean these up and lube them up with brake grease before you put them back in, because if these get stuck, in the long run, you're probably going to have to replace this, the caliper carrier, or the caliper carrier and the caliper. So make sure you lube these up so the caliper can move around freely, the brakes wear good, and the rotor is fine. I was able to remove the old rotor without removing the caliper carrier, but the new one wouldn't fit. In this case, you would need to remove the carrier as well. I was using an impact gun, so I had to loosen the rear shock absorber to fit the gun in the back there. The caliper carrier is held on by 2 bolts that need an 8mm hex bit. If you do it by hand, you don't need to remove the rear shock. When putting the rear calipers back on, you don't want the little ears on the pad to go through that gap in the caliper. You want the caliper to press the pads on those ears.
And that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and check back next week for more.